gentlemen of the press, I want to welcome you to this press conference by the People's Action Movement. Seated at our head table this afternoon is our political leader, Mr. Lindsey Grant, who will be making an opening statement. We have also Mr. Eugene Hamilton, Deputy Political Leader of the People's Action Movement, and Mr. Vincent Byron, Jr., lawyer, who is part of our team. So I want to invite our leader at this time to come and make an opening statement. Mr. Grant.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Let me first begin by thanking the press corps this afternoon for turning out at our press conference this afternoon. I know you had earlier commitments this morning, so let me, on behalf of the People's Action Movement, thank you for coming out this afternoon to our press conference. I've asked you to be here this afternoon to make this simple point to petitions and divisions. There is nothing stopping the Prime Minister from calling elections. There is nothing in the Constitution and absolutely nothing in the court action that prevents the Prime Minister from calling the election today. I want to make it very, very clear that the injunction constrains the supervisor of elections and the Electoral Commission from conducting an election on the new boundary changes. This does not prevent the Prime Minister from calling the elections on the existing boundaries. The People's Action Movement, we are calling on the Prime Minister to call the elections. To delay any longer will divide our people and result in negative consequences for ordinary people and the country as a whole. The time for grandstanding is past. If we are to give hope to our young people and a sense of self-worth and pride to our citizens, it is imperative that the moral authority of the law is returned to St. Kitts and Nevis. This disregard for law and order must not be allowed to fester like a sore on our country. The Prime Minister has it in his power to stop it today. Call the election and let the people decide. The people do not care about any changes to boundaries. They care about a change of government. They care about being able to find jobs. They care about the high cost of living. They care about a reliable and affordable electricity service. They care about the high crime rate. They are very concerned about the enormous national debt run up by the government and the effect it has on their ability to receive social services like health care and education. Call the election, Mr. Prime Minister, and let the people decide. I also want to disclose that I have written to CARICOM, the Organization of American States, the Commonwealth Secretariat, and the Carter Center, requesting the presence of international observers for the election. The government's attempt to change the boundaries at the 11th hour to their advantage does not give us any confidence that their intentions are honorable. The elections must both be free and fair, or the voice of the People's Action Movement will be heard loudly and clearly. We are not afraid of a clean, fair fight. Call the election, Mr. Prime Minister. If you are having a problem setting the date, I can set it for you. PAM is ready, and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis are waiting for the opportunity to exercise their democratic right to elect a government of their choosing. The people of Halfway Tree, Greenlands, Trinity, Boyd's, West Farm, Upper Keon, Sandy Point, Otleys do not need boundary changes. They want a change of government. They have been telling us in their numbers as we walk through the constituencies. What is the Prime Minister afraid of? That the injunction is working? The time has arrived, Mr. Prime Minister. Call the elections now. I would also wish to announce that I will be holding another press conference early next week to deal with the scurrilous and false accusations against one of my candidates, Eugene Hamilton. I am presently awaiting the transcripts of the Labour Party's meeting at Keon, and they asked the Prime Minister this week in order to have all the facts to deal with the preposterous claims made by the Prime Minister. The time for falsehoods is now past. There is nothing stopping the Prime Minister from calling the elections. Call the election, Mr. Prime Minister, and let the people decide the fate of St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.